All right. So what we got today, we have the earthquake impacts multiple choice assignment. So if you click on the assignment, you'll get, 10 questions? 11 questions, just one for good measure. And they're going to ask you about earthquakes and tsunamis, which is the last part of this earthquake section, which is earthquake impact. So I've assigned the reading. You can go ahead and click on the assigned reading and look through some of these paragraphs to hunt down your answers. And then basically go step by step and see what they're kind of asking you about. So drawdown, someone's already asked about. Yes, drawdown is where the ocean appears to kind of go back out, like your tide is going out, or it's almost kind of like an anti-wave. The water goes away from the shore. And that's particularly dangerous because it draws attention. People want to see what's going on. People want to see new stuff that's been uncovered, and they go out into the ocean just before the wave hits. Yeah.
I don't think medicine was on the list, was it? You'd want to include some like Tylenol.
No, I mentioned it, and not just Tylenol. Young people don't think about this too much. There's lots of people who have life-saving medicine. So, like if you're diabetic, you want to keep some insulin as a backup in your emergency kit. Tylenol is going to be a thing, but also I'm thinking like antiseptics. If I get a cut, I need something to clean out the wound. Neosporin's not really, it'll help you heal faster, but it's not like a safety thing. So I'm thinking like alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, some sort of stuff like that. So that's kind of what they mean by medicine, or medicine that you need to help maintain your healthy equilibrium.
The list I looked up said food, water, like battery or hand crank radio, and like a flashlight.
Yeah, I got you. But there's also a list on the second page here. So I think if you go, no, I guess it's the first page. If you stay on this first page, you scroll down to the bottom. They have a list down here. It's almost towards the very bottom. But they've got a list of stuff, and it's got medicine listed there. So use your reading resources. So according to the earthquake hazard map, which of the following regions likely experiences the most seismic activity? So they have them listed here, A, B, C, D. Just give your best guess on that one. What should an earthquake preparation plan include? Just by that list of stuff to include in your emergency kit, I'm sure they have a list of things that your emergency preparation plan should include. So you can find those on that first page of the reading. Inundation is where you get flooded with water. That's where the water comes up and you actually have covered areas. And so if you're not covered with water, you're not inundated. If you do get covered with water or flooded, then you are considered inundated with water. Which of the following is a good strategy for making one's home earthquake ready? So they got a couple things you want to think about if one or all of them may be beneficial to you. Yeah.
What did you say inundation was?
Inundation just means like you're covered up with water. Oh. So basically like when a flood happens or a tsunami happens, an area that doesn't get hit by the wave or covered up with water is not inundated. And any area that does get covered up with water will be inundated. How does a tsunami wave travel through the ocean? So I think what they're asking on here, because these are kind of vague answers. Yeah, I think they're asking about the deep water. What does a tsunami wave look like in the deep ocean? So just remember, it looks like not a very big wave out in the ocean. It's not until it gets close to shore that it actually starts to rise.
Isn't the only way that you can tell is by how fast it's moving?
Yeah, it's by how fast it moves, yes. And so they actually have the buoys that are out in the ocean that look for tsunamis. They have really precise timing mechanisms. And so they're used to the timing of the waves. And if they get a wave that comes through at a different timing, that kind of sets off an alarm, and they look at that closer.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So which one would it be? Would it be the one that's like looks normal, or would it be the one that's moving?
If it's out in the ocean, it's just gonna look like a regular wave, right?
Yeah, but I'm looking to see what they would talk about for that particular one, because they're using terms that are pretty specific. So let's see. Earthquake impacts. They got tsunami talk here. Hold on. Tsunami waves. So this is the Indian Ocean tsunami, the Japanese tsunami formations. This point corresponds, dips in the water surface, the wavelength, the wave height. Yeah. Okay, so a tsunami is a quote-unquote shallow water wave. Shallow water wave is defined as a wave that has a wavelength at least 11 times the depth of the water beneath it. And so this is technically, that's what they're looking for there, that shallow water wave. In the open ocean, tsunami waves appear as, basically you're going to choose the choice that talks about the smallest thing. It's barely noticeable. It's not something that really stands out compared to any other wave. Number 9, the primary purpose of an earthquake hazard map is to show the areas where, just remember that we don't know exactly where an earthquake is going to occur. It's just a probability where it's most likely to happen at. Tsunami waves may be generated by, obviously earthquakes can cause tsunamis. They also talk about tsunamis happening from landslides or other types of like falls, like a rock fall or some sort of mass movement. That's interesting though. What are they looking for there? Yeah. I seen that. Okay, so they're talking about warnings. I think we want to come right over here. Yeah, I don't know exactly what they're looking for. So if I had to guess on that one, I'd say maybe not the gravity. Let me look at number 10. If you're inside a building during an earthquake, which of the following locations is safest to move to? You want to get up as high as possible and make sure that if you're using a door frame, it needs to be a load-bearing door frame, not just any possible one. But we kind of went over this yesterday, what to avoid, what to kind of look for. And so they give you a definite, clear order of what you should try to get into. Unless that doesn't exist, then go to the next thing. So you can find that in the reading. Let me look at number 10. I don't like the answer choices on number 10.
I would say underwater landslide.
I think that's going to be the only one. I would say the force of gravity could be one, but
How would
like
if it pulls the ground?
well, because gravity is what's causing the wave, like when you have an earthquake. Your ocean bottom moves and changes like its elevation, and gravity pulls your water down to kind of match the new ocean bottom. So let me see just real quick. But I think it is just going to be the underwater landslide, if I had to guess.
I gotta restart this.
Yeah, it's just the underwater landslide.
It is?
Yeah, for number 10. So there you go. So if you have any questions, let me know. Make sure you hit submit at the end. And that's what we got going on today. Tomorrow we will do the exploration, and Thursday you will have the unit assessment for this section. Huzzah.